Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and this is the project we're making today. Okay, so before I get started, I'm going to show you a couple things that actually fit in here. Sometimes when I post these cute little bags or boxes, people will ask me, what exactly can you fit in there? So I thought, well, I can show you some examples. Of course, the old standby, of course, will always be candy. So a couple of these little Kit Kats will fit in there real nicely. Some gummy bears, turn them on the side and fold that over, and then that will fit. But these little teeny tiny Swiss Army knives, they fit in there as long as you put it going up like that. See? It's actually perfect. Another thing, I'm not sure if you ever give jump drives. I actually ask my kids sometimes to give me a jump drive or a memory card. So that'll fit in there too. So a fishing lure, clippers, fingernail clippers. Anyway, so if you're looking for little teeny tiny gifts to give dudes, those are some examples for you. Okay, so let's make this project. The supplies you're going to need, now I've got several sheets here. This is the Going Places Designer Series paper stack. They measure 6 by 6. It's an awesome pack of paper. I'm using this pattern right here. If you wanted to make it exactly, that is the one. You could also use any of these, or if you want to change it up, you can use the other side. The stamp sets that we're using is Party with Cake. This is one that's in the Occasions catalog, and then we've got Sky's the Limit, and this is in the Celebration catalog. Okay? And this one's free with a $50 order. All the details are on my website about Celebration. The ink pad that we're using Soft Suede and Crumb Cake. And we have one punch, which is the banner punch. Okay? So we're going to get out the Simply Scored scoring tool and score this. Okay, so here's our Simply Scored scoring tool. We're going to place this here on the, there's not a landscape side, so I normally say landscape or portrait, but both sides measure 6 by 6. So I'm going to start out with scoring at 1 1/4 on two sides. So 1 1/4, completely turn it around, and 1 1/4. So these are parallel to each other. Then you're going to turn it on the other side and score it at 2 1/2 on both sides. So again, we're going to turn it and score at 2 1/2, and you'll see there's that nice one inch space there. Okay, so now we'll fold it on the score lines. And for this project, I do like to turn it in the opposite direction as well. It makes it easier to work with. And I am using my bone folder. A couple more. Last one. Okay, so now what you want to do is place it just like that. Take your finger. You're going to take this score line here and match it to this score line here, or fold it down. So I'm just putting my fingernail there just to kind of hold it, and then pressing in there. I'm just burnishing it with my finger. And then now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So you're going to do the same thing on all 4 sides. You guys have seen me make bags like this, all different sizes. It's one of my go-to bags, to be honest. Okay, so then you bring this up, and voila, there you have it. You can apply some adhesive here if you want to, but I like that you can store this flat and then later assemble it. You don't need any adhesive at all. So let me get the rest of the supplies here. And while I'm getting these supplies out, don't forget, head over to my website, leave a comment to enter to win. We have a kit already packaged and ready to go to someone. The Very Vanilla piece right here measures 3 by 1 3/8, and the Crumb Cake is 3 1/8 by 1 5/8. I got myself an extra one just in case I messed up. And then the Happy Birthday is on a strip that measures 3/8 of an inch, so it's pretty tiny, and I got myself 2 just in case. And then we've got some linen thread and the clothespin. So I'll go ahead and tie my bow of the linen thread. Whoever gets the kit, as you can see, you're going to get plenty of linen thread. I'd rather give you too much than too little. Plus, it took me quite a few years to be able to master the perfect bow tie-in. I'm just going to take a glue dot, lift it up, place it right on the clothespin where I want it, which is right over that little metal part. And then I'm going to add my bow. Okay. And there we have that part. So now let's do some stamping. Now you can stamp off, or you can just leave the ink the regular way, just with regular oomph. But I'm going to stamp off on mine. I like it to be a little bit lighter. You could use crumb cake. I did try that. My crumb cake was just a little too light. So I went with soft suede. Looks pretty good to me. While I have that open, I'll go ahead and stamp my happy birthday. I love this font. Okay, my strip does not look like it's 3/8 of an inch. And I stamped it crooked. It's a good thing it's two-sided paper. Oh, perfect. Well, it's a little smudged, but it'll be fine. Okay, now let's get out the crumb cake ink pad, and we're going to do some sponging. And we're going to sponge this one. And let's see, let's actually sponge our little bag. This is just one of those projects, again, that just makes me want to sponge it. Okay, so now let's take our banner punch and pin at those ends. I think my strip of cardstock is a little off. It'll be fine. Okay, let's close this up. Now what I'm going to do is take my fingernail, and I'm just going to distress the edges. We did used to have a distressing tool, but I always say you've always got your fingernail with you, so it's just as easy to use that. And how did I attach this? I did pop that up, so we're going to place some dimensionals on the back. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the crumb cake. I'm just going to use my fingernail and rough up the edges, or distress the edges. You can use your bone folder to do this too. See how cute? Just makes it more manly, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so see, it's going to fit on there just like that, and then our little greeting is going to go right there. So I'm just going to take some glue dots because they work wonderfully, and I'm going to put one in every corner. Sometimes I can't see them, so I actually skip a few. Okay, come back here. And then we're also going to attach the happy birthday with a glue dot. I can't keep it in my hand. And I'm just going to put the glue dot around like where the day is. Just one. I'm okay with it hanging on. Okay, so there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.